I keep it going for Jamie. Come on stage now. Come on, Brooklyn.
Hey, man. Always a good jacket.
All right.
Always a good jacket. You know what you're doing. Have fun.
I never wanted to tell my octogenarian, Catholic, conservative father, Daddy Pooh, down in Beaumont, Texas, about my flings with a crack addict and a priest and a dwarf. But when you write a memoir about your drinking and drugging days and your sexual escapades for publication, there's a good chance your father is going to read it. Now, my whole life, Daddy Pooh had wanted me to become a writer. It was a talent I inherited from him, but I was too busy drinking to write a book. But the good thing about being a writer who's an alcoholic all those years is you amass an avalanche of stories. So when I finally got sober, writing that book was a new beginning for me, and there was no one more excited than Daddy Pooh. From the time I signed that contract, every phone call went something like this. How's that book coming? Oh, it's coming along. Well, hurry up and finish. I want it to come out before I die. I'm not proud of this, but I was kind of hoping he would die before it came out. So then he wouldn't have to read it. I mean, I was telling things in that book that I never thought I would tell him, much less the whole world. And not only that, I was writing about my complex relationship with my mother, Mama Jean, and his wife. And she, even though she had been dead about 3 years, he was still carrying the torch for her. And after she died, I was hoping that the two of us could have a new beginning. Not that our love for each other had ever been a question, but when she was alive, she took up all the emotional space in the room. So there wasn't a lot of room for him, not a lot of room for us. So I was hoping in the remaining years we had together that we would become closer, get to know each other better. But I was terrified about how he was going to react to that book. I mean, I can imagine him saying, you can't publish this book of debauchery and appalling promiscuity. Not while I'm still alive and living in this town. And he was a product of that small town Beaumont. And so was I. Even though I hadn't lived there for 20 years and I was out and living in New York, I still worried about what Beaumont thought. So for a while there, I thought, you know what? Maybe I won't let him read it until right before it comes out, when the presses have already rolled. So that way, if he has a bad reaction, it'll be too late for me to chicken out. And then I thought, no, put on your big girl panties and go down to Texas and deliver that manuscript to him in person, which is what I did a year before the book came out, Easter week of 2014. So I got down there and he disappears into his study with the manuscript. And I sit in the other room on the edge of my seat like a bug-eyed cat on orange alert. He's a very vocal reader. Oh my God, oh that's wonderful. Oh, let's do that again. Yeah, I love it. It sounded like he was having sex in there. He moaned, he groaned, he guffawed, he even wept. At one point, when he barked a laugh, I couldn't resist. I said, hey, what's going on in there? Oh, nothing, you just went home with the priest. And when he finished, a couple of days later, he shuffled out of the study and he was carrying the manuscript between both of his hands like it was a sacred Bible. And he handed it to me. And he said, I love it. I absolutely love it. And I love what you wrote about Mama Jean. I said, well, you know, she did say that I got my talent from writing from you. Well, that may be, but I could have never written anything like this. Damn, it's good. Are you happy with it? And I looked him in the eye, and I said, yes. And it wasn't until that moment that I was truly happy with it. I didn't know how much I needed his unconditional approval. And after he read it, it opened up all kinds of conversations we'd never had before. We talked about our relationship with Mama Jean. We talked about religion. We talked about drinking. We talked about sobriety. We talked about sex. We talked about sex with priests. The following New Year's Eve, a few months later, he died suddenly. And of course, I was devastated. But I was so mad that he wasn't going to be around for the publication of that book. I wanted to come out before I die. But of course, he read the manuscript. So he died knowing everything about me and probably loving me more because of it. And he gave me one last time his unconditional love, which he had always given to me. And that never would have happened had I not gone down there and delivered that manuscript in person. I'm so glad I didn't chicken out. Thank God I put on my big girl panties. Thank you.